Yeah, I mean, coming off a very tough win on Saturday, kind of talk about your guys' start, both on the offensive end and then also on the defensive end, and kind of how that set the tone.
Me go. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, no, it's okay. It's just after a very tough game on Saturday. Kind of how important was it for you guys to really come out fast?
Oh, it's very important. Every game matters to us, and we all know what we want to do. We're all locked in together, so we kind of push towards what we know we can do. So.
Yeah, it's like we've been practicing good, like we've been tough on practice, and like the coaches always emphasize having like the underdog mentality, so we go to the games like prepared and focused.
Yeah, and I mean, whenever someone mentions Idaho, it's about your guys' pace, your guys' offense, but your guys' defense the last month have only allowed one opponent to score over 70 points. Kind of either you or both of you, I guess, can also answer this. Kind of what really has been your guys' defensive intensity level, and then kind of where really has that grown the most?
I think we've been, for the beginning to now, we've been developing on our defense. I think like now we're very together in defense-wise, like beyond gaps, like and scouting-wise, know who is the better shooter, who is not better shooter. I think that's things we are like getting better every day.
So I got a question for Kyra. We'll start with Kyra and then we'll go down to you. So 11 wins at home this season, the most in ICC arena history. What is it about playing here that makes this team so tough to play against?
I mean, the crowd, they gave us a lot of energy, push us to what we can do, basically, and our teammates putting every other teammate in the right position. And it kind of just gets everyone hyped, and the bench gets hyped. I mean, we had a bench player almost get a technical today just because she was hyping everybody up. And we all know what energy we need to put into each other. So it's just really fun and good environment.
Talk a little bit about sharing the basketball. 6 players in double figures tonight. It seems like you guys have a real cohesion offensively. Where did you think that developed from?
I mean, putting in the work at practice, we all know what we can do, and we all have trust in each other, so moving the ball makes everything lock into place, and it's just very fun to play with each other. So.
Any more questions? All right, we'll excuse the players and Coach Moreira out here.
Thank you.
We'll have Coach Moreira join us. We'll give him the opportunity to make an opening statement and then open up for questions after that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was first of all, I want to give Portland State a lot of credit. I thought they did a great job. They came out ready to go. And, I mean, in that first quarter, I felt like we had no answer for them. They made every single jump shot. They got to their spots, and I mean, we've been talking in the locker room. When you're in the spot that we are in right now, everybody's hunting for you. You know, you got to be ready for everybody's best game. There's no easy games in our schedule. They did a really good job. I thought we responded really well. I mean, to have 6 players in double figures, I mean, that doesn't happen very often around the country, right? It just shows how connected we are. I feel like we're playing for a lot of urgency. You know, we got to the top spot, but it's a lot harder to stay there. So, and I feel like our girls are playing like it. They know that we have a chance to do something special here, and we're playing like it.
Questions?
Talk a little bit about what they were doing. What were you able to adjust to kind of fend that off? Because as you said, they were getting a lot of good looks and they were making everything. So how were you able to adjust defensively there?
Yeah, it just make them feel a little more crowded. You know, we kind of analytics show that the mid-range jump shot is not super efficient, so that's kind of what you want to give up defensively. But I felt like in that first quarter, they're just wide open. You there's nobody around them, so we try to make them feel a little more crowded. If they're still going to get to their spots, there's going to be somebody swiping at you. There's going to be somebody in that gap. You're not just going to get to the mid-range and rise up and be able to shoot an open shot. And I thought in the second quarter we did a good job, and in the third quarter we didn't. And then in the fourth we did it again. So it's kind of, every other quarter we're playing good defense. But I mean, you got to give them credit too, because even being open, those are not easy shots. They knocked it down, and they're confident. They play like a team that thought that they could beat us. And that's a lot of credit to their coaching staff and their players and their preparation.
As you mentioned, it was a game where on paper you go, okay, we should win this.
Right.
What they call the trap game.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how you get your players through those moments this late in the season, going into the tournament, which is 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's just approaching every game like it's a championship game. And it truly is for us. In certain ways, I think it's harder to win a regular season title than a conference championship in the tournament. Because in the tournament you can have a 6 seed get hot, win 3 games in a row, and now you're in the NCAA tournament. In the regular season, you have to be consistent for 18, 20 games, right? So, and we're in a spot right now that Montana State, they're playing really well. If we drop one game, we might not win. So every game we go into, doesn't matter who you're playing against, we're approaching like it's that championship game on March 11th in Boise. So we need to have that mentality, we need to have that urgency, and you have to take everybody seriously. And I think our girls are doing a great job doing that. And they don't have a choice, right? Because everybody would play, like Portland State did a great job today. Last week we played Weber State, and they made I think they're 10 for 15 from 3 in the first half, right? So you can't afford to take nights off. Our league is too good, and anybody can beat anybody. And I want to give our group credit because I feel like they haven't looked at an opponent and says, oh, okay, we're number 1, they're number 10, whatever it is, and take it lightly. They approach every game the same.
Yeah, and speaking specifically about that, inside that second quarter, when the game got kind of close in between 4 and 2, and then in the last, I think it was 4:20.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was scoreless. Kind of talk me about really that stretch and really how that was important for the game.
Yeah, it was just having a little bit more urgency. That was a point we talked about. I think it was the media timeout. They had 13 points with, like you said, 4 and something left. And then we talked about, I was like, guys, we just gave up 19 points in the first quarter. We gave up 13 in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Like, we need to have some urgency to get some stops, And I think we got a little lucky. They missed some open shots too after that stretch, but our defensive effort was a lot better.
More questions? Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Anything else?